Cross 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. Loving you's a mission, but I'm ready.
What up, Ollie and Angie gang?
How you doing?
You know, all the big pages have got like a name.
Yeah, I heard Fan Bam. I don't know what. You know what? My eye must have a problem. It's not. It's this eye.
It's crust, bro.
It's not crust.
It's crust.
Babe, if I'm telling you my eyes, I've been telling you about this eye. Why is the other one fine? Did you even tell me that I look nice? These are the things we talked about last week. Pursue me.
Relax.
Pursue me. You see?
Anyway, help us figure.
You see?
Help us figure out a name.
No, I'm so conscious. It's gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
It's gone and
your crust is gone, babe. You look good.
Yeah, your crust is gone.
Alright, so welcome once again. We're happy to be doing another video.
Yes, welcome to Ollie and Angie.
Yeah, one of the benefits
so
of quarantine, or being stuck at home, not quarantine, isolation, lockdown.
Isolation.
So many words. Lockdown.
It's a lockdown. What do you call it?
We're lockdown, just level 4.
Just level 4.
Yeah,
level
so
4 vibes.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to May, the month of May.
Month of May, we're still stuck at home. So one of the benefits is we do get to do a couple more videos than usual, which is quite cool. Yeah. So yeah, let's get straight into it. First of all, congratulations to her on doing a good job with my hairline.
Yes.
So my hairline was pushed back in places.
Actually, guys, do you really think this is a sincere compliment? What has he got on his head? What has he got on his head?
I'm recovering, guys.
So you needed recovery?
Yes.
Hey, God. Oh,
it's your first time doing
There's
this.
no gratitude. Just say thank you.
It's your
first,
first
yeah.
time.
By the way, did you bring my money? I need money for that haircut.
Money for what?
Do you not pay Amis? You pay your barber, so pay me. It was such a wonderful, chalk master.
I'll pay you 50.
She made me laugh after.
Yeah, that was gross. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you so much.
It was her first time doing it. Could have been a lot worse.
Why are you getting it close to worse? The word worse.
I said it could have been.
No, just say it was a great job.
Great, you're pushing it.
It was a good job.
Yes, good job. I said good job.
But good, and then it's good, better, worse, ugly.
If you haven't watched the video, go check it out. It's the video before this one.
And you know that it's gonna be. I know that it's gonna be.
It was funny though. It was funny.
It was funny.
Today we are answering a few questions.
Oh my God.
So we've been requesting in every other video for you to drop us questions on relationships, whether it be boyfriend, girlfriend, before boyfriend, girlfriend, engaged or married, so that we can tackle them or answer them as best as we can.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing today. We're answering some of those questions.
Yes, and a lot of people actually did say, because it does get a little bit personal, they did send inboxes of their questions because they said they do
anonymous. Yeah, we're not going to mention anyone's name. Let's just so regardless of the question, we're not going to mention anyone's name. We're not going to say where the question is
Susan,
from.
when you meant that, what did you say? I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm joking, obviously.
So yeah, we're going to jump into questions. We're going to answer them as best as we can. Disclaimer, these answers are based on our experience.
Exactly. And you might have a different answer.
I might even have a different opinion to you.
Yeah, actually, I might have a different opinion to you.
Yeah, we're just going to get straight into it. This is the first time I'm seeing these questions. Yeah. Wifey saw these questions like a couple minutes before me.
I did, because obviously
we did a compilation of questions today. Wifey did that. Went through like the inboxes and stuff and checked out all the questions, put them together. We could not answer every single one. It's just a lot of questions.
Yes.
We might do another question answer video.
Yeah.
To answer the rest or the new ones that come up.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out the before you commit series.
Yeah.
So there's
part
2 videos in the series. It might be a part 3. Wifey and I still sitting down on that. Any questions you have on those 2, please feel free to drop the questions. Feel free
to go in our DMs, to slide in the DMs. Yes.
Go. Numero uno.
Okay. They're all so juicy. I don't know where to start.
My friend, start.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with this one. It's this one. It's I don't know.
Oh, we'll start with the question. My sister.
English. Okay, how do you ever miss having alone time? This is like people that this question was primarily a person asking because they were saying they're used to like me time, and then they want to transition into like serious business, but they're so phobic of like not having time for themselves.
Okay, I'm gonna answer as myself. Obviously, people have different experiences.
Yeah.
I haven't felt any type of restrictions.
Yeah.
I haven't felt like my time is gone. Possibly because she allows me to do what I need to do when I want to do it.
Yeah.
If I want to play basketball, I play basketball. If I want to play on the PlayStation, I get to do that.
Play it.
So it's not like my time is being monitored or managed. So I haven't had that experience. I guess depending on who your partner is, if they're time demanding, it's part of the growth process to teach each other, to give each other space.
Communication.
Bonga actually mentioned that, Fezile mentioned that in the video when they were part of the series.
Go back and check out that
video.
video.
So she said obviously she likes to have her own time and stuff. So it's I think for me, if that is your experience and your partner is very demanding on constantly being with them, it's a matter of communicating your feelings.
I think the other thing, okay, that's worked for me. For me, this one is just primarily for prayer time. I've realized that our lives are kind of like super, like we have things that we have to be doing throughout the day. You've got the kids, you've got you, and then the cooking and the different things that you have to do in the house. So what I've done is almost like, the early hours and when everybody else is kind of silent, I do have, it's like I've tried to schedule my space into the moments where I know that it's like downtime in the house. Then you kind of cultivate that and have your
and I stay up really late.
It's really late. So he can have like his alone time too, but it shouldn't be so rigid.
I stay up late.
Like
I don't have to sleep early, but I wake up with difficulty. She sleeps very easily, very early, but wakes up easily. So to avoid the clash, I do my stuff late at night when she's fast asleep, like PlayStation and stuff like that, with reading, studying, whatever I need to do on my own. And then she does her own alone time stuff.
Early I can watch a movie super early in the morning by myself.
I watch the movies late at night when she's asleep, so it's just compromise balance.
Exactly.
Number two.
Okay, this one is really wait, how did the person marriage? What's the difference? How to know the difference between a partner who has a vision and the one that just sells you dreams?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'll answer this from the hip. First time I'm hearing the question, I'm gonna go with what comes to my mind first, right?
Okay.
Every single person on the planet, doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, we've got something that people call intuition. I guess if you're in church circles, you'll call that discernment. And I think that it's a definite thing that everyone has, right? Now, all of us meet people all the time, and someone can tell you different things, but you just don't feel like this thing is true. And I think that whenever someone is telling you something, someone who's a visionary and the vision is going to get to a certain place, that comes hand in hand with discipline. Right? I can tell you, I'm about to make R1 million, and you look at my lifestyle,
whoa, brother,
it doesn't look like it's going to be $1 million.
You have no kobo.
So it's not even about money or anything.
No, I'm just saying, you gave that example. So
I'm saying that if someone tells you, I've got vision, I've got a dream, and I want to get you there, and you don't want to be sure they're not selling you dreams. Like we said about asking hard questions, ask harder questions. How are you going to do this?
Exactly.
Based on what your reality is now, what is your plan to get there? Right? And it's not that you're quizzing the person. It's not so much what you say, it's how you say it. If you approach someone with the attitude of interrogation and I'm going to grill you, clearly that's very wrong, But if you really are intentional about actually trying to know where this person is at, where they're trying to go, then you ask it in a way of trying to find out more and showing interest, as opposed to being a critic trying to poke holes into their plan. That's the one thing. But second of all, do not minimize the power of intuition. Do not minimize the power of discernment. And on top of that, do not minimize the power of prayer, right? A lot of things, especially those gray areas where you're not 100% sure, human beings can't give you an answer. You cannot risk your life on speculation. So I'd highly recommend you do your part, ask the hard questions, and feel comfortable with the answers you get. If that still doesn't give you comfort and peace, pray about that type of stuff.
The other thing, just to add on, it's with all that you said, the biggest, I think, medicine or something is time.
Yeah.
You know, like in all of this, time really tells time. You know, when a dream is like a dream.
Yeah.
Like there's no effort, there's nothing that you do. Time just passes by and things you have. I do think that certain things just require a little bit more time. So don't rush yourself when you're still uncertain about something and you commit, but you're still, so give yourself time as well until you are certain and you can see that they are, you know, and I think people make efforts, baby.
Yeah.
Like even if someone dreams to be something, they start researching, they're asking the right questions, you're doing little things.
Yeah.
But if someone's sitting like, yo, I want to do this and there's no movement,
Yeah.
I think time is a great...
Commitment is a choice.
Yeah.
Right? No one can force you into marriage. No one can force you into being their partner. So if you're not certain on something, just pump the brakes.
Yeah.
You're not obliged to say yes to the engagement if you don't feel like, I want to get married to this guy. You want more time as just boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
You're not obliged to say yes to them being in an official boyfriend-girlfriend relationship if you don't feel that they have shown you enough or that you have peace about the relationship enough to commit to a full-on relationship.
Look at you.
Same thing with marriage, guys. If you're engaged, an engagement is not a life sentence to marriage.
Chai!
Yeah.
Engagement is exactly that, right? We are engaged to be married.
Yeah.
Right? Marriage is the contractual part of this thing. But you can walk away from an engagement, and the point is, don't just be there, but make sure that you get certainty in as many things as you can. Not to say that you'll walk into marriage 100%, 100 billion% sure that this is the one, but everyone has got minimum requirements. And once those are met, for us, prerequisites, basics that have to be there, everything else we can learn together, everything else we can grow together. But there's certain fundamentals that you have to come to the party with.
Exactly.
And those will be different for everyone.
Exactly.
So you need to figure out what yours are first.
Communication.
Number 3,
Yes.
trash.
So,
Unos, dos, tres,
yes.
cuatro.
And then, when you said trash, I thought you said trash. I was like, eh?
No,
Trash?
like
Who's trash?
counting in Spanish.
Oh, uno. Isn't it tres?
Uno, dos,
Tres.
tres.
Oh, trash. I thought you said.
Well,
What?
I'm not an expert or anything.
Somebody, please. When uno come tell me trash. Oh, just a quick
Cinco,
one. One time
cincuenta.
we were out for dinner, and then Oliver convinced me that ribs in Kosa is called amaribin.
What did you say?
Amaribin.
Okay.
Guys, for a while I was corona. That thing is dry, and you've been laughing at my coughs. Did you hear how many coughs? Ooh. 5. 4.
Bro, I was joking with you.
He said, no, you weren't joking. You were so serious. Then I asked the lady at the restaurant, please may I have a maribini sisi?
What did you say?
Oh my God. Okay,
it was a joke. You fell for it.
It was not a joke. He was serious. And he sold me dreams, guys.
Angela is gullible, bro.
He is...
For a year, for one whole year of our married life, I convinced her that I was ticklish.
What?
She tickled me every day. I
Guys.
would laugh, and she was convinced until the day I was over it. I'm like, I'm not ticklish. And she tickled me for like an hour. I was like, what are you doing? I'm not ticklish.
You see, guys, this is what they're joking about. He sold me dreams. He sold me dreams. First, I thought he was multilingual.
I am multilingual, bro.
Wait, Amaribin, what is it? Okay, till today, what's the ribs?
What?
Ribs in Kosa is?
You see, fuba.
That's chest.
Oh, is it?
Look at your life. I know it's a chest. Comment at the bottom.
What?
It's chest.
What are ribs in Xhosa? Isn't it fuba?
Baby, that sounds even like cough. It's fuba. It's either a cough or a chest. It cannot be a rib. Please comment at the bottom.
Question 3.
Okay. Okay, this is really funny. I'm interested in a guy and we really get along, but he doesn't believe in marriage. Just what's that? Okay, he doesn't believe in marriage, just companionship. He says marriage is just on paper.
Simple question to you, my sister.
No. Just marriage is on paper.
Alright, I call a liar. I call his bluff. Because if paper is not so valuable, why does he have a bond? If he has a bond.
Wait, repeat. Say it again.
If paper is just paper, why does he have a car note from the bank? Why doesn't the bank just give him the car and say, "Oh, just drive it"?
Oh my God! Oh.
Yeah. The thing is, people will want to minimize the value of the contractual aspect of a marriage.
Yes.
And I will agree in that your marriage certificate is just a piece of paper. Just like money is just a piece of paper. But the value behind money is the reserve bank that prints the money. So the value behind that only piece of paper is the covenant that you get into before man and God.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Today, Angela and I can lose the piece of marriage certificate. It can be burnt. It can get lost. Whatever the case is, doesn't make us unmarried, right? But we are contractually linked to each other more than just legally in the eyes of the law, but also in the eyes of God and man. Before God, it's important that we do this thing, right? Now, if someone refuses to be bound to you legally, right? It basically is an open door, an open back door, so that any day he wants to bounce, he can bounce.
It's like that what you talked about in the video, to say it's those benefits.
Yeah, I want all the benefits.
Yeah.
I want you to be my companion.
But not to be...
But I don't want any liability, basically.
Yeah. Yo.
It's risky.
It is risky.
It's not biblical.
No.
Obviously, the Bible didn't have marriage certificates, but so if you were...
I don't think it's even the paper context.
But the concept of marriage.
The concept of marriage.
Okay, so if it's not about the paper, don't do it. To be married, right? The legal part is one thing.
Yeah.
But the most important part for us is the standing in front of a priest, preacher, and being blessed before God and man, and getting into a covenant, right?
And then consummating the marriage. I'm joking. I was just being spicy.
You have needs, my friend. Communicate, bro.
No, what?
Look,
Are you telling me? Tell the person.
My personal view. If someone is not willing to commit to a contract of marriage, it's just a bad sign. The same way it would be a bad sign if someone wanted to buy your car and didn't want to sign any paperwork. Oh, no, we'll just do cash. You wouldn't do that for a car, so why would you do that for your life?
Oh my God.
Just saying.
Okay, cool. Then we've got, what do you advise getting into a new relationship while you still have feelings for your ex?
I've been answering too much. People say I overtalk. I am the more talkative in the relationship, but you can see she looks at me.
I look at him. You're a leader. Like,
so I will talk, but please interject. I don't want people to give.
But when I interject, a blocker, this guy, blocker.
Why are you punching me in this full bus?
Block. I'm married. Yeah.
Okay. It depends on the circumstances, right? Did you leave your ex? Did they dump you? And if you still have feelings for someone,
I think regardless, if you're dumped or the dumpee.
Who?
The dumper or the dumpee.
Are you the dumper or the dumpee?
Okay.
Depending on whether you're either one of them, there's no reason for you to be doing something else while you're still dealing with the past.
Yeah.
I think it's very important for you to just calm down, settle down, until that you reach that, because otherwise, man, you're gonna what you call this
baggage.
No, it's almost like project was the word. You're gonna project this past thing that you still have not done onto a new thing. It's like what they say about new wine, old wine skins. Bruh, it's not gonna work. Just deal with it. Calm down. Time. I keep going to
some
this
people
thing.
are allergic to being single. So for example, if I break up with someone, they just feel like they have to be in something new ASAP. But maybe
it's a problem.
Maybe you must do a video on your own about being alone.
Alone is good.
Yeah, so I guess maybe
you get to discover a lot of things.
Like you're not obliged to be in a new relationship if you've ended one that's not completely ended, where there's still emotional ties involved. There's no obligation to get into a new thing.
I think take time. Take time. You don't want to be struggling. As imagine, it's always going to be comparison. There's a little bit of that in the process.
So the advice is, don't start a new relationship
until you
have at least resolved all your feelings from the previous relationship.
Take your time.
That I guess is the advice, right? Take your time.
Take your time. Okay, this one is for the people in the marriage Context, he says, how do we continue pursuing someone who's constantly in your house? Just like this guy when we started the video. Why didn't he tell me that I look nice? Okay? Why did he not pursue me? Pursue me.
So I presume this is a guy asking this question.
Yes.
Right? Because men don't usually ask to be pursued.
Hey!
I'm just saying.
Guys, he's not telling the truth. He also wants to be pursued. Tell me you like me. Tell me I look nice. Did you tell the truth?
Men are very simple animals, but this is
You're an animal.
This is a PG video, so we're not going to go into details.
Oh my, no, please. Okay, how do we continue pursuing? Yeah, how do you continue pursuing someone who's constantly there in the house? You see them every day.
Yeah, that's why there's an English saying. I think it's called an idiom in English, right?
Yeah.
It says that familiarity breeds contempt. Simply put, when you get used to something, when you get used to someone, you stop seeing their value as you should.
Yeah.
Right? This could be in like a mentor-mentee relationship.
Yeah.
Some parents to children. It could, like, whenever you just get too familiar with people, it breeds contempt. That is why a lot of people in power or positions of power create systems of separation.
Yeah.
So that you never get too used to being around them, because it just opens the door for contempt. Now, in marriage, because you guys are together all the time, I'm not talking pursue them. I think maybe the term pursue is a bit extreme.
Yeah.
But I think the idea or the concept behind the idea of pursue is to appreciate and let the person feel appreciated.
Thank you.
I guess that's the long and short of it.
Thank you.
Simple stuff, like for example, we're home all the time.
It's wet.
Okay. We're home all the time, yes. But what does it cost you for one night, for example, to say, hey, let's go grab a movie? Surprise her. Like, it doesn't have to be...
There's no movie.
I'm just saying, like right now, but it doesn't have to be something huge. It's like the same way that when you were dating, you'd be like, hey, can I come pick you up for a movie? Why do you stop doing that?
Exactly.
Like when it was her birthday, when you were dating or engaged, you'd make an effort, get her a surprise, get something you know she likes, wrap it up. But now that you're married, it's like, oh, happy birthday, here's the card, go get something you like.
Yeah.
That makes someone feel less pursued, right?
Okay, I think the best to round off the answers with this one is that we got the best advice when we got married, to say that we ought to learn how to do the best for one another.
Yeah.
Like you have to constantly, it's not pursuing, but constantly my aim is to make sure this guy's happy, and his aim is to make sure that I'm happy. Once we continue to do that, there's actually no time for, you don't see, like, you just feel pursued all the time. This person's always, just there from, it doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be doing things, because sometimes as well, when you're married, you've got a whole lot of things that are going on, but it's just gestures, different breakfast in bed sometimes. I mean, I like doing that.
Wimpy. It doesn't have to be
It
breaking the
doesn't have
bank.
to even be leaving the house. There's just so many things you can do to keep spicy.
Yeah, keep the marriage spicy.
Put some Raja in there,
For
some
example,
Robinsons. Yeah.
now we're talking about people that are married, right?
Yeah.
You have this person, whatever. It doesn't cost you anything to send them a text during the day. Hey, I can't wait to see you when I get home.
Oh my God, that text just gives you life. Your
Simple
heartbeat.
text.
Yeah.
Right? Send a young selfie from work. Remember me?
Okay, do you actually guys know what I used to do? I used to take my perfume and spray it here on my husband's shirt. I don't even know if he knows this. So he'd say like, babe, you know what? I smell you today, and I'm thinking, yeah, I know you smell me. Is that criminal?
I married
behavior?
a weird person, guys.
But isn't that nice? Because you'd smell me.
That's a bit creepy.
It's not creepy.
That you take my shirt out, spray in the corner.
Yeah, like you think it, and then you'd be like, babe, I can smell you. I'm like, girls gotta do what girls gotta do.
Yes, baby, it's your baby.
So yeah, in terms of pursuing, and I guess this is same for ladies, right?
That's creepy.
It is quite creepy.
No, babe, but not creepy like that. Just say you like it.
No, it's not creepy, but it's still creepy.
It's like really creepy. Now that I think about it, maybe I shouldn't have said it here.
Yeah, no, it's the little things, right?
Yes.
Make sure, like, for example, what I do every now and then is I'll wash the dishes or I'll take care of the kids, and I'm saying, look, go sleep. I'll hang out with them. I'll take them out. She gets that extra hour to sleep. She doesn't
Sometimes
have to
I want
wake
to
up.
take time in the bath.
Yeah, she doesn't have to wake up and find dishes, right?
Husband.
Those type of things make people feel appreciated and pursued, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, communication.
Yeah.
He still.
Okay, when do you think it's smart to make your relationship public?
Like, there's no, I can't give you a time. I can't say put it in after a week, put it in after a month, after 2 months. But I will give you an example of a friend of mine from school, university. So she's been dating this dude for like 2-3 years odd. She'd post pictures on Instagram, but she'd only post like his feet. Or his hand. And she would say it on her post, I will not post this guy until he takes this relationship seriously.
Yeah.
So the other day I'm sitting and I was on Instagram and I saw she posted his face. So I was like, yo, so I messaged her, I'm like, what's going on? I see that it's like, yeah, this dude is serious. Yeah, she's taking it, and that's what she did.
Yeah.
So that was for her to protect herself maybe against, because then you go through these different cycles of having to delete pictures and then delete profiles, and then I don't think, but personally I would say that a relationship that
I think if both people are comfortable in posting about it, because sometimes the motive is wrong. It's like we want to show off that we are together now, or sometimes I want to post him so that the girls must stay away from it. Like, motive is very important.
That's even when they're now going to be approaching him.
Okay, so now he's in a committed relationship.
Let me pull up.
So I think it's important. Yeah. It's important that both of you agree. Like, if you want to post each other on, it shouldn't be something whereby it's mechanic. I don't know, like, I think there's so much mechanics these days. It's like there's no organic, like, it's just flow. Yeah. Go with the flow, something like that. Like, it's just so rigid.
Go with what feels natural.
Yeah.
What works for one might not work for the other.
Yeah. And actually I've heard some of the men that say that they like their business private. It's just it's like
also depends on the men. They might like it because they don't want other people to know.
So that's what I'm saying. It can be like dodge. It can also be like, okay, but it's important to talk about it. Just talk about
motive,
it. Yeah, talk about it so that you clear the air, and when you know when to post.
Let it be natural, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
natural is just organic.
If you're not yet 100% sure that this thing is a legitimate relationship, then there's really no reason, because you still are asking hard questions. You're still investigating. You're still deciding whether to invest your feelings.
Yeah, you're still
so obviously
checking
at
if
that
you
stage,
share the same values.
Yeah, so
where's
at that stage, I don't think so. Yeah. If you are engaged, I would assume it will be public by then. Yeah. Because you can't. Yeah. So I guess probably your relationship should be mature to the point of at least an engagement being a possibility. Yeah. Otherwise, at the rate at which some people date, I don't think it makes sense to be. Yeah, just give time. I think this whole video have just been saying time. Time. I think that's it. Hey, we've talked a lot. Guys, thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe. Share the thing. So much. Share it. If you know people that would benefit from checking us out, do so. And if you have more questions, feel free. Jump in the comment section. Slide. And if you want to actually message us privately, we've got a page on Facebook as well. Go check that out. It's the inverse. It's Ollie and Angie on Facebook. But here it's Angie&Olie. So go check it out on Facebook. You can send us a message, direct message in our inbox. A message. Alternatively, we also have an Instagram. You can also connect with us and send us a DM for direct message there if you want to chat to us directly or ask us any questions. Instagram is Angie_Olie, Angie ANGIE_OLIE on Instagram. Yeah, please, we thank you for subscribing. We've got like just under 350 now. Yay. Appreciate it. Keep going. We're aiming for 500, so we're just about like 150, 160 off. So let's get this thing shared, put it on your Facebook wall, share it on your gram. Anywhere. If you like it, then you should have pressed the ring on it. Oh my God, you're so corny. Alright guys, peace, love you so much. Gang gang.
I crossed 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. Loving you's a mission, but I'm ready. 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. This love I got is nothing to be played with.